do whatever it takes, and you've got to be excited about that. All right. Efficiency is an important one for diet. If you nourish yourself, which is really why we eat, to nourish ourselves, with foods that break down quickly and foods that provide great source of calories and nutrients, your body will have efficient digestion and efficient repair and efficient delivery of energy. If you eat foods that take forever to break down, or foods that don't break down at all, or foods that the body doesn't recognize, or should I say foods that aren't even food, that's really inefficient. Did you know that your body uses 60% of its blood supply for digestion? 60% of your blood goes towards digestion. Your digestive organs start here, and they go all the way down to here. That's most of my body, okay? It's a huge portion of my body. If you're digesting food all day and all night because you've been eating refined carbohydrates, you've been eating heated fats, you've been eating cooked proteins, you've been eating processed chemicals and things that aren't even meant for human consumption, they're filler, those things take a long time to break down. Days sometimes. If you're using 60% of your blood to break down food for days on end, how much energy do you think you're going to have? Yeah, you've got tons of calories in the food, and calories are energy, but the body's like, well, I don't have the blood to utilize that energy, so what am I going to do with it? Well, let's store it as fat, and we'll get around to using it later when we have a larger blood supply. One of the reasons you get fat. Lots of energy, not enough resources to use it, so let's store it. When you eat foods that are really efficient, they break down quickly, and they give you calories and the mechanisms to utilize that energy, otherwise known as nutrients, and your body just goes to work and says, here's the energy, go ahead, do whatever you want. Go off. When I have a big green smoothie in the morning, half a blender full of kale or spinach, 2 bananas, some berries, some fruit, maybe other sweetener, dates or honey or whatever I'll throw in there, depending where I am and who's got what, especially on this trip. I'll have about a 32-ounce smoothie in the morning with that combination, and within 15 minutes I can go for a long run. And I don't have this sloshing in my stomach. I'm talking a liter of smoothie. I'll put down a liter of smoothie with tons of fiber in it. Fibrous greens, which would be really hard if I chewed them. But because they're broken down in a smoothie, within minutes they go in, they do their job, and I can go run with no digestive problems. It's efficient. It goes right to work. But if you're eating processed foods, it's race day. Victoria Marathon's coming up. And you want to be there. So you're going to go out and do your pasta the night before. And you're going to have a bagel in the morning or maybe some oatmeal. Well, guess what? That pasta has been stealing your blood supply all night. So you're not sleeping well, and you're not rebuilding your tissues. When you wake up in the morning, you are regenerated, rejuvenated, because one of the things that your body does while sleeping is to rebuild itself. But if 60% of its blood supply is being used for digestion all night because you had meatballs and pasta, pizza, you had all these heavy foods that take forever to digest, your body is not recovering and not healing and not growing while you're sleeping, which is why you wake up in the morning and you feel like crap. So what do? You drink coffee. If you need coffee in the morning, chances are it's because you've got really inefficient digestion and you didn't sleep properly because you didn't have the blood to do what needs to be done while you're sleeping. Efficient foods go in, do their job, and leave you alone to do whatever you want. Most of our life revolves around food. That's all we think about. We think about where we're going to go to dinner and what we're going to do for lunch, and food has become such a huge part of our culture because we have so little energy to do anything else. So it's all about the food. Well, when you eat the way I do, and when you have an activity level that I have, man, it's not about the food. The food just allows me to do whatever I want and gets out of the way. It's like, here you go. Now where are you going to go? Instead of my life being all about food. Great. Wow. Okay.